Welcome back, everyone. This is part 4 of this week's episode of Ashes to Ashes, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the scene with Lucius waiting in the dock. And standing next to Lucius is Parys. Shit, no, you're at Madame's, aren't you? Retcon.
Yes.
You are at the bar in Madame's. Yeah. Madame smiles at you as you enter the bar. The bouncers regard you with respect this time instead of suspicion. And Parys puts her hand on your shoulder and gives you a squeeze. I've got something that I have to go take care of. You gonna be alright at the bar?
Yeah. I'll be fine.
She goes over to the bar and taps on it. Richard, his drinks are on my tab. And then turns around and leaves. And then Madame...
thank you.
Places her back on a pillar nearby, and she goes, "Oh, I haven't seen Parys so happy in such a long time. Wonder how you managed to rope her in."
Well, I guess sometimes fate just shines his pretty little face on you, and right time, right place. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's how I felt about meeting you and your friends.
Oh, well. Awesome.
We just stopped a Black Sun shipment.
Oh, yes, we did.
No,
yes,
we did.
Oh, you did. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
this is some good stuff.
Unfortunately, they are moving all their Crimson Tide to a centralized location up on the surface. I think they're leaving the Undercity. I think you're muted,
Really?
bud.
No, I'm on.
Oh, good. My headset
No problem.
program crashed.
He'll say,
okay, it's open again.
Interesting.
So whatever you guys did to pressure them, they look like they're in full retreat right now.
That's gonna make things tougher.
What's your feeling on Parys? She kind of like puts her elbows on the table and her hands under her chin. You're not here just to break her heart and leave the next day, are you?
Oh, no. I plan on being here for a little while.
I hope so, because if you do break her heart, I'm going to give the Valkyries permission to leave surface, so...
Okay, I think I get the hint.
Richard walks up, and he's a man with like a curly mustache, and he's got a shaved head, and he's like, "What do you want to drink?"
I need a Corellian whiskey.
Bottle or cup? You don't look like a shot kind of guy. He nods. He does give you a shot glass, but he brings by the bottle, and he says, "I will bill it to her account."
Thank you.
And he turns around and leaves. A few of the women walk, like one of the waitresses catches your eye and she starts strolling over, and then the madame says, "He's Parys's," and then she gets this look like, "Oh, shit."
This is going to be interesting. Bottoms up.
Yeah, you don't even use the shot glass, you just hit the bottle?
Yep.
Yeah, whatever grace the madame had, she kind of seems a little disgusted, and she goes, "Well, if you need anything else, let me know," and she stands up and leaves.
Nice talking to you again.
Oh, most definitely. Looking forward to the next interaction. Hopefully on your tab. She winks.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I don't want you to pull a Grodd.
Oh.
And she goes into her office.
He looks at her like a Grodd. What do you mean by that?
And Richard kind of helps you out, and he goes, "He owed us a lot of money for a while before he repaid us."
Oh. That would explain why we're so broke these days. All right.
Oh, you'll get used to that if you're traveling with Grodd.
Yep, you know it.
So the screen wipes in that, like, we're gonna say that as he lifts the bottle up to take another drink, it's almost like he's pulling the screen with the bottle, and it just goes right up. and it pans down on Sirius and Kier and Grodd. Kier, we're going to say that you've already spoken with Raoul about this ship, and he's just going apeshit. He's like, oh my god, this thing's vintage. I can't wait to get my hands on it. He's super excited. And
Kier looks at Raoul. I'm like, look my eyes. Be careful with it. We're like, I'm like, I placed a call on the way in. I have one of my comm specialists coming in to take a look at the communication specifically. So
he nods. He's like, yeah, radar's here already, so
good stuff. I'm like, you got a spot in the back of the shop where we can put this, right? Like, I don't want anybody else messing around with it.
It's small enough it could go where my personal freighter used to park.
Yeah, about the personal freighter.
Yeah, we had to sell it. I'm not too happy about that, but it kept us afloat.
Yeah.
All right, well,
sure.
I'll go ahead and park it in there, and then we'll just use this as our pet project for now. Make sure she's space-worthy. Start applying some sensors to the frame and see if there's any air seeping out.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Listen, if you need anything,
and
you just let me know, okay? Oh, and please let the captain know this job isn't going to be free. I'll do an estimate, but I can't afford to fix it for free like the other one.
No, that's I'm not looking for you to fix it for free. Heck, if I
well, in that case, you get him to buy any insurance that he can afford. That's how we make our money.
Right.
And he turns and walks. He's like, all right, boys, move it. And you see the crane that's attached to it just kind of pull it down further into the tunnel. And then a little garage opens up, and the crane just turns, and the ship is taken into the little garage area.
So, right, as Raoul's turning around and everything, Kier like actually whistles for him. I'm like, Raoul, got one other thing before we get going here. I'm like, I think Bengar's days here of driving are done, but I think he could use some steady work. He'd probably be pretty good for your security.
I've tried to hire him before, and he's told me no, he's not interested, so we'll see. He shrugs and then moves towards his office. Sirius and Grodd, you guys are together to where you could speak candidly heading towards the Dragon's Ire.
And I imagine we're walking briskly, like real business-like, because this is like we're getting ready for our maiden voyage here, and we're talking business pretty much, wrapping up the conversation about the repairs and everything. Oh, it's good, it's all done. So, when do you think we could leave? If provided we can get loaded up as soon as possible with whatever we end up selling. Lucius did say he had some work for us, so.
I would imagine it all depends on what we have to load up.
Yes, I'm wondering if we might need to take on a few more crewmen for the voyage. It may raise our overhead, but something to consider. And further,
Brad,
at
you
least
hear more
today,
crewmen, and you're immediately imagining the pay being cut more and more and more with the more crewmen get attached.
Yeah, and then I'll stop him. I'll say, "Serious, that it all depends. We got to find out what we're doing. You got to know the question before you can find the answers. So we need to figure out where we're going, and what we're taking, and then ideally what we're bringing back."
Agreed. We should make our way to Madame's as soon as possible to discuss this with Lucius. Yeah. But
before we go, something's come up.
What is it?
Seems the hunt. Deaths just don't leave when a hut dies. They got some kind of honor system where another hut will take it over. And now this new hut. I don't have my notes with me, James. What was the new hut?
I don't remember. No. Yeah, it's some female hut. I don't remember her name, though. Shit.
She missed or something.
Irritated slug, something that.
Insert female hut in here. She took over his debt, and seems like I was visited by 3 female bounty hunters the other day, saying it's gonna be 50 grand I got to come up with in a couple days. Here, I think they gave me like 7. Or wanted an answer in like 3 or something.
And I suppose the alternative was that you do work for them.
No, Grodd,
yeah.
you remember the alternative. The alternative was be hunted like you were with Grobo.
Yeah, he's like, they don't really need me for anything. Sometimes you can work it out. This lady thing, I don't think she just wants money.
Do you think paying them now will end the situation, or they'll want more later on?
I would have thought it would have ended with Timo's death.
Grobo.
If we do pay him, there has to be some
Grobo.
kind of insurance. Usually the huts are, for a slug species, they usually do honor their deals.
Very well. We shall see if we can gather the funds. Probably more cheap
hold up there.
to pay them than take more
If we got
damage to the
spare
ship.
change, but that's a lot of money. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? They just keep sending bounty hunters after us. It's not
The
like
worst that could happen is
all my life.
I motion to the ship and I say the worst that could happen is that our investment is ruined and our business opportunities are.
Been on the run all my life.
I see. Well, nevertheless, let us see what credits we can gather.
All right. Well, maybe this will be a big windfall. Maybe we can afford it.
Did they 3 days, did they say where? Here on Coruscant?
She just said meet in Madam's bar, I guess.
I see. All right.
So they'll probably find me, I guess.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder and grasp you and I'll say, we'll handle it, my friend. Don't worry.
Well, I hope you got a plan for this one.
My face says that I do, but it doesn't look like a good plan. Oh, and then I'm going to turn and I'm going to say, I'm going to look around for Kwaki.
Yeah, Quan Ki is, you kind of saw him briefly enter the office with, Raoul.
Raoul and Kier.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say, I'm going to go fetch Kier. Feel free to come with me, or you could find us a vessel to Madame's. Either way. And I'm going to head over to the office.
Yeah. Grodd, what do? Do you go back into the Dragon's Ire? Do you speak with Bengar about getting a ride, or do you travel with Sirius to the office?
Probably travel with Sirius to the office if there's going to be some negotiation going on.
You want to be
You'd probably just be there for backup. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, you guys take a stroll into the office, and Quan Ki's just kind of relaxing as much as he can. And the moment the two of you step in the office, he stands up, his tentacles quivering, and he's like, "Oh my god, the ship was there the entire time? That's crazy."
Yes, indeed. It is quite a catch, quite a find. Have you been contacted by Corsec, Quan Ki?
Oh no, all my communication equipment was back in the warehouse. Or should I say crater?
All right. It may be in your interest to contact them before they come searching you out here. They were worried about you, so it appears you have friends within the organization.
Oh, yeah, Buck and Hans. Patrol officers.
My face turns kind of pale when he mentions Buck, because that's the guy who got his insides a little bit turned outside. And I say yes with a darkened look, and I say, hopefully all is well with them. And I'll turn to Raul at this point.
Can you roll a deception for me? Versus
against
2 purple and 2 setback.
2 purple, 2 setback. Okay. Oh lord.
Yep, I don't want to see it. I want to see how this turns
Oh,
out.
I remove a black because I have a convincing demeanor.
Oh.
Oh, I wrecked shop on that. Ah.
Wait a minute, why is there so many dice?
Oh. Well,
You
yeah,
forgot
why?
to remove a setback.
Oh, I didn't click out. I didn't
It's
click
alright,
out.
you still got it.
Yeah, I'm
Let me-
going to give it to you.
You want me to roll
I'm gonna
again?
Give it to you. I'm going
Okay.
to take that failure away and add another success to it. He does not suspect a damn thing. He's like, oh yeah, they're good guys. You know what? I'm going to go call Buck right now. And he pulls his data pad out and walks out of the office to get better reception.
So I'm going to turn to Raul and I'm going to say, about this vessel, I don't know exactly, and I'm looking at Kier, from Kier to Raul, and I'm like looking back towards the door where Kwanka was. I don't know exactly how we're going to handle ownership of the vessel, but would you be willing to keep it on premises while we make our first mission here, and then we can handle it when we return?
He's scrolling through a data pad and he goes, hands it to you. I don't think that'll be an issue. The last owner removed the title, meaning that it's
RFI chip.
it's a ship with no owner.
Well, then I guess if Qualkey has no objections, we will be taking custody. I will cover the
Your
cost of
camera
any
went out, Nate.
repairs.
You know, Quonky, he really has no purpose with the ship. He can't fly a damn thing.
Well, hold up. Before we take ownership, what's the damage going to be to get that puppy
Oh,
up
I
and
don't
running?
know. I haven't done any diagnostic on it. That's going to take a day or two.
So at this
And Kier's like, whoa. I'm like, look, the ship is safe here. It's not going anywhere. We're the only people that know about it being here. Raul can take care of it.
Yeah.
You'll be
Speaking
fine.
of which, on the same data pad, hit that other window I have open. The IFF transponders in your ship has been completely changed. I'm going to need you to name it.
You know what? Can I name it the Star's End?
It appears there's already a ship in registration that has that name.
What about... I'll look to Grodd. I'll say, do you have a name, my friend?
I'm not good at these things.
Kier pops up. Is like, look, let's just go with like Phoenix Rising, and we'll just call it good, okay?
Yeah,
basically
maybe we could.
Raul
The Phoenix?
lifts his eyebrows.
Yes, I think the Phoenix is quite appropriate. We shall call our new vessel the Phoenix.
The Phoenix.
Then I have something to show you that I think you might like. And he smiles.
And Kier walks out to the out over to the office door and holds it open and starts motioning for everybody to come on out of the office.
Now,
They're gonna walk
I
over
was
to
going to
the,
do something pretty basic, but I decided that this wasn't the basic kind of ship. And he motions to a tarp on one of the dorsal fins, and some guys up above it nod, and they drop it off. And as the tarp falls, what do you guys see? What does the emblem look like? And everybody can participate, even you, Chris. I want to get your feedback as well. What do you guys think the logo should look like? I'll design one in
So, like,
Photoshop.
Emblem of our shipping company, right? Not just the ship, like the
No, it's the
company
emblem of a
that
ship.
we're making.
no,
No. It's the emblem of the ship. You don't usually put emblems of your company on there. Not even Cooper did that.
So this is the bottom has got this like this cloud, and there's a like you know, you see jet trails. There's like these jet trails, and the Phoenix is like at the top of it with the wings spread out over the top of it.
I say hell yeah.
Yeah, it works.
What do you think, Sirius?
I like it. Let's say that the color of the phoenix, it's mostly red. So like the fire of his body is red, but like at the tips of his wings and the trail that he leaves behind is bright blue. So the flames is bright blue. It's like this blue and red sort of together,
Yes.
you know, like a light side, dark side type situation occurring right there.
I like that. All right, so he shows you the emblem, and it has been painstakingly hand-painted with a paintbrush.
Oh. And Kier's over there. He pins down and talks to Raoul. I'm like, this is one of your best works.
Oh, God.
And as the curtain or whatever, as the tarp is falling down, Sirius is looking out at it, and he just, you know, the force is working, the area is working, and you just. Dun, 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 dun. I was like,
Yeah, absolutely. And now there's guys picking up the tarp, but it's been completely cleared. He goes, "You are clear for takeoff. Enjoy the Phoenix Rising." Or the Phoenix? Did I type it wrong? Was it the Phoenix?
well, what is it?
Well, no,
I like the
out of
Phoenix
character.
Rising.
Was it the Phoenix or the Phoenix Rising? I can't remember.
I thought it was going to be Phoenix Rising, but I thought I heard Phoenix too.
Yeah.
I'm cool with both, really.
So it looks like we have a tie. I think me and Tom were going with the Phoenix, and the other two dudes were going with Phoenix Rising. So why don't you break the tie, Game Master?
Nope.
What?
Here, I got a simple thing to do.
You gonna flip it 50-50?
I'm gonna roll a force point. Call it light or dark.
What we're calling it?
Yeah, what you guys are calling it.
Call it, Tom.
Light.
Dark.
All right,
So Phoenix Rising.
Phoenix.
You guys can still refer to it as the Phoenix, but its official
Yeah,
legal
in the
name
music.
Yeah,
is Phoenix
that's right.
Rising.
Still badass. Don't get it twisted.
All right, and let us fast forward the scene a little bit. Sirius and Grodd and Kier are being dropped off with a transport, but this transport is a shitty metal, like, it looked like it used to be a bus. There's a bunch of seats on the inside of the main chamber facing each other, but there's graffiti all over the place, dried blood on the metal, and the thing is just like... and as it's pulling up to the
Kier looks
matting-
over at Bengar. I'm like, he just laughs. Like,
Yeah, and Bengar
and-
looks
and
back and
Kier
goes, "Shut up, Kier! I didn't pick this ride. Mine got left at the dump." And it just goes, "Kee!" as it pulls up to the Madame's. A very pleasant voice goes, "Ah, you've arrived at your destination. Please watch your step and enjoy. Tip the driver if you would like better driving."
how about we repair the vehicle if we want better driving?
Grad will purposely get off like the back door just so he doesn't have to tip. And like, yeah, and he'll start walking into the dams.
Yeah, but Bengar turns around and goes, just ignore her. You don't have to tip me.
Yeah. Kier waits until Sirius and Grodd have left, and he leans up to the front of the seat, and I'm like, so I said, there's a potential that I'm going to be leaving Raoul's service, and I need somebody to watch his back.
You trying to blackmail me into accepting that position he offered?
No, I'm not trying to blackmail you, but I will tell you can pimp out your ride. I mean, he's got access to all sorts of stuff. I mean,
I feel you, brother.
you can soup this baby
Hey,
up.
you know what happened the last ride I pimped
Kier
out?
pats the seats.
You know what happened the last ride I pimped out?
It's in the bottom of the trash heap.
Exactly. All right. I suppose that's a fair enough trade. Well, call me when you're done. I better get out before I get towed. Towed and booted.
Like, and I don't remember what was his
He was
rank when
brigadier
he got-
general in the Clone Wars.
Right. Like, yeah, General, we'll talk to you soon. Hop out and move.
Hey,
back
wait.
to the.
Here. Where
So-
you're going is pretty dangerous. Here. And he pulls something off his neck and he tosses it at you. Keep us little people in mind, okay? And when you open
Roger
your
that.
hand, it's his dog tags and all the dog tags of all of the soldiers that he avenged.
And Kier looks at it and he's like, Kier has a similar set. And I'm like, this pile just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's like,
And
it's like,
you could tell he's getting a sentimental moment. And he goes, "Get the fuck out of here, Kier!" And he shuts the door and just merges with traffic.
so yeah, it's like, Kier stashes it in one of his pockets and saunters in.
All right. So you guys walk into the Madame's, and of course you're regarded with respect at the door by the bouncers. Serious once they see you coming, especially. They open the door. Kier, we lost your video again. And then you guys see Lucius sitting at the bar with a bunch of shot glasses and a Corellian whiskey. And there are 4 shot glasses in total.
So I'll go over there, for sure.
Yeah, Grad's gonna walk up and like Lucius is there, and he's gonna say, "Hey, Lucius," and Lucius is gonna turn around, and Grad's gonna like sneakily, like push the Corellian whiskey bottle, so it like slides down the bar, and then he's gonna like walk past Lucius and like go sit down at the bar and grab the bottle as it slides back in front of him and like take a cig.
Give me a skullduggery 2 purple.
Oh, yeah!
I think the threat is that the bartender's staring at you as you do this, like, not Grodd, but what's the triumph?
That Lucius doesn't even see it happen. It's like he has no clue. He thinks
Lucius
like
is like, "Hey, Grodd,"
Grodd
and then
has,
looks
like-
down, and there's no bottle there.
He's been cut off. No more
Dude,
drink.
I only had 2 shots, man. What the hell?
Lucius thinks like the bartender took the bottle. Like he's
Oh,
drunk.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Parys was like, only so much on the tab, only so much.
Yeah, so Grodd, you've got a bottle. And there's 4 stools up there for all of you.
And Kier's actually takes a spot by the door. I mean, just out of habit. He's just like, this is normally where he ends up when he's working at Madame's, and right now he's, not exactly sure where he needs to be. So
Yeah, you're kind of standing up at the door, and something catches your eye out of your peripheral. 3 or 4 Corsac squad cars pull up.
I'm like, I do one of those whistles, and like the kind that everybody like notices, but nobody knows who did it. Like, and I'm like, I'm like, Corsac. I'm like, and I'm like catch the Valkyries as they're walking by and stuff, just to give them a heads up.
Oh, they just shrug and keep walking.
We're fine. We're fine. The
You said
guys
the
are
cars.
fine.
The cars are outside, right?
Yeah, they just pulled up. It's just something Kier noticed, not anything that we have to hinge the scene on.
Right. So, all right.
Well, okay. Well, serious. Here's what happened. I went to take the guys, the Corsac guys, to the hospital. Ran into this odd Moncali doctor, which presented us with a job opportunity where he wants us to deliver some kind of Okay, somebody's echoing, throwing me off.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that too.
Okay, test. Okay, we're good. All right. Crazy Mon Cali doctor I ran into gave me this card. Here he is. He's got a deal for us. It's going to be a little dangerous, but it might be lucrative. Some kind of plague or virus or something like that. And yeah, so we may want to check into that. He's at the clinic. I can tell you right where it is. He gave us all the information we need. Here's that card. Lucius hands it to Sirius.
All right.
And then, after that, as I was leaving our establishment, or the clinic, I noticed I was told that there were some Black Sun guys looking for me, so I hightailed it out of there and ran into my Valkyrie friend. And as we were getting ready to leave, the Black Sun confronted me. Oh, yeah. Before I go into that, Parys did tell me... Parys, that's the Valkyrie's name, by the way.
So you actually talked to her this time?
Yeah. Does Lucius
I'll
look
tell you
over
that
at
story
Grodd?
later.
Does Lucius make eye contact?
Yeah.
Grodd's got his bottle.
Yeah, and wait a
See him
minute.
drinking your bottle.
Son of a bitch. Anyway, we'll get back to you. But anyway, she told me that the Madame's got a job lined up to take some kind of delivery to Bespin. So we may want to look into that too. But this is where Grodd, this is where it's going to interest you. This Black Sun guy, I can't remember his name. Out of character, I didn't forget to write it down.
Hygiene.
Hygiene, okay. This guy, Hygiene is what his name was. He's some high-level Black Sun guy running the Crimson Tide operation. Anyway, he made a proposal. Grodd, he wants you to turn yourself in to him. He's going to hand you over to the hut, some hut that you owe money to. In exchange, he will leave the planet and take the Crimson Tide. I don't know whether to believe him or not, but I just stumbled upon some information before you guys got here that it looks like these guys are serious and gathering up all the Crimson Tide up to the surface. So their intentions may be serious on this. Unfortunately, not only you, Grodd, but our Valkyrie friend, my Valkyrie friend, Parys, her head's on the chopping block now. Let's just say things got a little messy before the negotiations happened, and one of their guys got offed. So, her head's on the chopping block too, if you don't show up, Grodd, in 2 days. He's given me the list of all these places me and you are to go, take you in, and he'll take control of you. Now, that is up to you. I told him, in 2 days you'll see what our answer is. So either we show up or we don't. But it is up to you, man.
You notice, Grodd, that the timeline of 2 days lines up when the women were expecting a response from you.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, that puts us in a pickle, doesn't it? I mean, we got huts after me and missions to do, and now Black Sun has an interest in me somehow. I can tell you what I'm thinking, though. If we had to do a deal, it would be with the hut, not the Black Sun. I don't trust those brothers for as far as I can throw them. As far as them moving up to the higher levels, that's a bunch of bull. Because nobody on Coruscant that controls the upper level is going to let the Black Sun hang out up there. Something else is going on.
Yes, I think there's other reasons why they are making moves at this time. We've found some other information I don't wish to speak of in this here, but I'll tell you later.
You hear the Madame's voice behind you.
Madame, and I'll turn, sensing her through the Force. We need to discuss the possible job you have for us.
Yes, the 4 of you need to follow me into my office. It's important.
And I'm going to motion for Kier to come the fuck over here. As we move to the office.
She leads you into the office. We got an encrypted communications. She's kind of telling you as you guys are walking. And there's a bunch of employees handing her, like, credit sticks, and she's just taking them nonchalantly and putting them in her pocket. It's just that, thank you, Sandra. It's just, it was encrypted, and one of our experts decrypted it, and this is something important. It's pertaining to you explicitly. Serious.
What is it?
She motions towards the office. It is not something I want to say.
Right. So
come here.
I'll pick up my pace, get to the business pace.
So everybody gets into the office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought the bottle of whiskey with me.
She rolls her eyes when
So
she
grod.
sees that, but hands you a glass. Manners in my office, please.
Okay, sure enough.
Have you drinking out of a bottle like a goddamn pig. And she shuts the door and locks
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Everything's silent. You don't have to worry about that. There are no bugs in this place. We received several encrypted communications that were so small that Corsac didn't notice, and we've put them together. And it's something that I think you should see. She slides a hollow communications over to you. It's pre-recorded, so no need to respond, but note that if you see this, you cannot unsee it.
I'll look around to the crew and just give them that look that says, I'm going to play this if you don't want to fucking see it.
I'm going to say, like, technology-wise, what I know, like, when you send something out like this, would I know that it was directly sent to the Madams, or Madams intercepted it from
It
airways?
was sent to the Madams in small, tiny packets, bouncing back and forth. Whoever did this was an expert in espionage, for sure.
Yeah. And I'm going to put my hand in front of Sirius. I'm going to explain to him like that. It's like, they specifically sent encrypted stuff to the Madams. Stuff they sent here, but for some reason they didn't want it to be seen.
Yes, I presume it's the Inquisitors and they're leading me into a trap.
It's not,
But nevertheless,
the Madame said. I've already watched it. I thought it was for me. It's a woman. She's looking around and she pulls out some notes she made. Jessica Flynn.
Perhaps we should just play it, Grodd, or do you think that we should not?
Just press play.
Okay. So we hit play.
Yeah, you hit play. And there is a woman in Imperial clothing, and she has an ISB badge on her lapel, and behind her in the viewports of her gunship, you see the planet Felucia. And she says, "My name is Inspector Jessica Flynn, and I am trying to contact here, I believe his name is. There's been some communications about you as of late. I've been ousted out of the circle. They're gonna terminate me. They're gonna hunt me down, and my husband's no help. Ty is so up to his eyeballs in glory from his success that he's blind to see that they're going to terminate me. I need protection. I need to be rescued, and I have important information. But all you need to know is that they're sending a death squad after you specifically. They know where you are. Somebody has been broadcasting from your location to Felucia. They've been communicating with Tarkin himself. And now that the First Order is made, they believe that you're the only one who can stop them. Please, help me, and I will help you. This can't go on any longer. If you wish to know more about me in public records, just search up Captain Ty Flynn's adulterous ways on the HoloNet, and you'll find all the news articles that you need to. And she turns it off.
With that grotto walk over, and he'll get, like, Cyrus is probably standing there, like, contemplating what just happened. And he's got a big smile on his face. He'll just give him, like, a side hug and say, "Wanted, huh? Welcome to the club." And he'll hold, like, the whiskey bottle out for him.
And I take it, and I say, "Death Squad." Hand it back. Thank you for sharing that, madame. Were you able to trace... Well, how... Well, I guess it's a mystery for another time.
Don't worry about the transmission to Felucia. I have my Valkyries on it right now. They're going to hunt down the person who is responsible for this and terminate them themselves. I have my own death squad, thank you. You're not talking about eliminating this Flynn, are you? No.
Oh,
from what she said and from what I gathered, the whole reason why they found out you were here, they sent the Sith Inquisitors, is my guess. They found out you were here the moment you touched down, which means I've got someone inside my circle that's sending information to Felucia. I think it might be one of the girls.
I noticed this transmission that you received. I found traces of it at the vessel in Qualkey's base, and we ran into 2 Inquisitors, and I noticed they had hardware that looked similar. I believe it was them that were involved in this transmission.
This Flynn, you can save us some legwork here, because I know you've already investigated her. What have you found out?
She's the most evil person I've read about in a long time. She grabbed some research. She smuggled in goods into Cooper Industries so that Cooper Industries could work as a shielding company to travel around and distribute pieces of equipment. Apparently, a lot of it's got to do with some foodstuffs and such, but there was an important Bacta tank that was being tracked by Flynn that was delivered.
I just look at these guys. I'll look at Sirius, you know, like, what Bacta tank are they talking about?
Yeah, Sirius literally folds his arms across his chest with that poker face on.
I don't know, but apparently it was smuggled into Cooper Industries. It was disguised 4 times over. Cooper Industries didn't even notice it, didn't even flag it as questionable material. And it was shipped out and delivered to Tatooine. That's all I have.
To Tatooine, I say at the same time as she said it.
She looks at you funny.
So this Flynn was in charge of all that, huh?
Yeah, apparently she implemented herself into Cooper Industries' main computers. We still have no idea where Cooper Industries operates out of, but she was getting schematics from a Petrov, and I don't know if that's a code name or not. But it looks like access codes, shipment times, shipment schedules. She modified shipment manifests and sent them back to the ships that were delivering the goods so that they were none the wiser.
Have you learned anything else, madame?
The only thing that I've learned is it's somehow connected to the Black Sun. An agent of theirs called the Ghost was supposed to steal it from Flynn, but was never able to. And apparently he tried again a few days ago.
I'll have to discuss with the crew whether or not we put off our trade mission to deal with these Black Sun. But
she pulls out a plastic card. I did the legwork of finding out what ship delivered it. It's called the Star's End. It arrived at Tatooine to deliver the package nearly 6 months ago, and it returned there 3 days ago.
Wait, the Star's End returned to Tatooine 3 days ago. That's impossible.
No, it's not. It returned there 3 days ago.
Let me see that. I basically snatched that shit up out of her hand, and then as soon as I do, I'm sorry. And I say, can you show me, please?
Yeah, she kind of like snatches it back and then hands it to you. There's a crew manifest here. Apparently they reached out to the Resistance. They pretty much signed on willingly. There's a captain here named Captain Grakaza. It looks like we've got someone with the name of Eidos Star. I don't know much about that name. Nothing came up on the HoloNet. I also see a Toon Po. He's a scientist that went missing about 5 years ago. Grakaza's Keshikian name, but there's no record of him. I don't know what any of this is about. Oh, this is really interesting. An archaeologist that disappeared 8 years ago, Valerie Eftichui. She's very famous, and when she disappeared during the Imperial bombardment of Ansaria. It was assumed she was dead.
And I look at Grodd, and like you can see the wheels are fucking turning, brother. And I say, of all the times to not have Vita around.
Yeah, I never thought I'd miss that fool.
Same.
Yeah, well, apparently that Vitar's the one who made this research so difficult. My guys had to crack through several hundred layers of security to even get information on the original manifests.
I'm impressed that you were successful. He used to be our security expert.
The only reason why we were successful is because when he took a step inside this building, when you guys first arrived, we were able to get some data from his datapad, but it was all fake and encrypted. We used the encryption code to reverse engineer it, but a lot of this is too late. This message from Flynn came in 3 days ago, and it's bounced back and forth between other hands. I would not be surprised if it says here a Grodd, a Dam Jam, and a Viatar. These 4 names have been handed back and forth between every contact before it got here. Huts have intercepted this message. The Black Sun. They don't know where you are. Rest assured. Saying someone is on Coruscant is like trying to find a speck of dust in the galaxy. It's impossible. But they're tracking your potential movements. So I guess what I'm going to say is, the job that I had for you to do, I need you to do it sooner than later. I need to get these supplies where they need to go. However, I don't want to do it with your crew. I apologize. I know I promised you work. But from what I understand it, Lucius here has found other jobs for you to do in the meantime. If they're watching my assets, I don't want you guys to be trailed.
No, that's wise. You don't want to bring heat to other people helping in the galaxy.
I don't care about that. I don't want to bring heat to you. An Imperial ISB agent doesn't just contact somebody. This is unheard of. If this is true, then it means all that propaganda that General Organa said before she left the Senate, all of that's true. There is that broadcast at the racetrack talking about a First Order. That could be real. With that crazy robot Dent, or whatever he called himself.
And at this point, I'm going to let my sort of tension break and let the force sort of flow out of me. Because she's very agitated, and I was feeling stressed, but seeing her agitated in this way sort of snapped me back out of it and like brought me back to my senses. And I'm going to go back to, being normal, serious. And I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder very gently, and I'm going to say, "It's all right, Madame. We will handle this. It is nothing that our crew cannot handle."
My biggest regret in all of this, she says as she calms down, is my biggest ally was Cooper. We traded a lot. He and I believe the same things. He was a shining light in this galaxy, and now he's gone.
But his light is not gone. We carry it on.
Me too, she says. Anyway, you've got work to do, so I'm going to let you go. And a decision to be made.
Thank you for passing on the message. Yes. And I'll sort of
go ahead.
I'll sort of motion for the crew to exit the area politely so we can talk.
Yeah, as you guys start leaving and you open the door to her offices, Parys is leaning up on a nearby column. And she says, "There you are. I thought you ran out, but they said that you went to go see the madame." She smiles at Lucius.
Yes, I did. About that job you were talking about.
Which one?
The one in the alley you were telling me about.
Bespin.
Yeah, Bespin, yeah.
What about it? Are we going to do it?
Well, guys, are we going to do it?
Yes, we're about to go discuss the potential missions that we have right now. We will know shortly.
Excellent.
Okay.
I would be honored if you took me with you. I know Bespin very well. But I do have work here, so either way I'm needed in both parties, I would see.
I'll keep you in mind. I was considering bringing on some more crew. I assume you can work a space planted gun, a gun on a spaceship.
Yes, I also have an exoskeleton that allows me to leap off of one ship and attach to another, which I've done before with the Valkyries.
Very impressive. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
She nods.
Valkyrie.
No problem. And for a moment, she gives Sirius an up and down look, smirks, and then walks away. But it's not a flirtatious smirk.
Yeah, these Valkyries creep me the fuck out, man.
Yeah,
They remind me of the clone troopers, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's what they remind me of. They're fucking soldiers, man.
So
And
better looking.
as she's walking away, the screen wipes, and it comes back down in a hospital environment. Something that's really horridly dressed. In fact, Lucius was here not too long ago. And the Mon Calamari's washing his hands. He's like, and it looks over, and there's a few metal pieces that have been pulled out of Buck, and bloody footprints of Buck and his partner leaving. He's like, "He'll be back for those stem backs, I guarantee it." And he's continuing to wash his hands. And all of a sudden, one of his nurses come up. She's like, "Sir, there's someone here to see you." And he's like, "Oh, yes, show them in." And as the nurse leaves, the male nurse, the two individuals step forward, and they're like, "Are you the doctor here?" And he gets this look on his face. The monocle has detected something under their robes. And that's where we're going to end this week's episode of Ashes to Ashes. And the tide change is, what are these guys packing? What's under the robes?
As much as I want to say lightsaber, I'm going to go with the old classic standard. She's holding a thermal detonator.
Excellent. Okay, so they maybe an explosive or a thermal detonator.
Yeah, some type of
specifically.
explosive, yeah.
Okay. I like that. Lucius, what do you think? What are they packing? Might not even be a weapon. It's something that shocked the doctor. What do you think it is?
I'm gonna say. Shit, what could it be? It's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the head. Yeah, I'm having trouble. You want to skip me for a moment and come back?
All right.
Or
How
no?
about you, Grodd?
I want to try to make it something good. Like, they open up the jackets and it's just like a bunch of cred sticks, and the guys are like, you know, we hear you're doing good things down here. We'd like to help.
Oh, okay. So Not necessarily vigilantes, but somebody who wants to conceal their identity and pay the doc. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's somebody from Corsac. Who knows? Kier, what's under the robes?
Are you muted, man?
Muted.
Yeah, so my apologies. They basically pull out a piece of plastifilm that's got the doc's actual credentials from when he was on the Destiny Horizon, and they're like, "We have some questions for you."
I like that. And back to Lucius.
All right. He, under his robes, he's got got it. It's gonna be a Sith holocron.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. I like all of these because I have
I'm fucking
ideas
voting for that
all of them.
holocron. That's the shit. Yes.
We wonder
that
what
was- I was
goes
like-
on with this group and
Yeah.
why it gets in the shit it gets into. Let's throw a Sith holocron in the mix. No, I love it. Hey, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I know this episode's been wrought with tech issues, but we have solved them, and that'll actually make it better in the long run. So I want to thank Chris with Slacker Z, Archie with Archie Duelist, and thank you for your RPG a day videos. Those have been actually very insightful. Nate, who is playing Kier. I love Kier. Kier holds a spot with me because I just imagine him like a Willie Nelson, and I know that's not what he's to be, a Willie Nelson style like Vietnam vet who's just like, yeah, man, you need these guys taken care of. I can end them.
We'll do it.
And Grodd, as always, your thieving ways has been a delight, especially stealing from Lucius.
Of course.
So
Yeah,
from all my
stealing with
players to
Steve
you
from
guys,
Lucius.
if you guys loved what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you want to know when these videos come out, hit the notification bell, and check out the Facebook group, Star Wars Tides of Change. Come join us, and maybe we can get you in some one-shots or other games. And keep your eyes open for a new series that I'm going to be starting that's based off the role-playing game called Stars Without Number. That's going to be also filming once a Sunday. And I'm also going to be doing some Dungeons & Dragons games. I've revamped my Honor for the Fallen campaign. It's actually going to be a published campaign series set in the Viking era. I know Archie's going to want to come back for that, so we'll figure out timings on when we can do that. But you'll definitely see some maps and pictures in the next few weeks, probably on my channel. Thank you very much, everybody, and from me to you, have a good one. Bye-bye!